Okay. Hello. This is our social strategies project to increase donations for sex trafficking charities. What project was finished by Ashley Garnier?
Garnier is like the shampoo.
Garnier. Okay. Oh yes, I wanted to make sure I could pronounce your last names. Me, Jessica Rodriguez, and Emily Val
Valdivieso.
Valdivieso.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, okay. Outline of presentation. Outline increasing donations, raising awareness, testimonials, social identity, donation pledging, conclusion, and references.
If you move to the next slide, I can't see it. It's still on the first one.
I'm already on the
Yeah, well,
third.
I was thinking it was my end, something happening. Yeah, it's just
I
there.
wonder if you have to share every time you go to a new slide.
Let's see. How about now?
Yes, the new slide's there.
Okay. I wonder if when we all talk, do you come out in the video? Or do you only see my face?
We only see your face right now. I don't know about us. When we record it will show like our face.
Maybe let's just do this. Okay. Do you see the raising awareness?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna switch slides and see if it works. Did it work?
Okay. Yeah. Next
Yeah.
slide. Yep.
Okay. Okay, you can go ahead, Ashley.
Okay, so we're looking to raise awareness of human trafficking, and we're looking to do that by increasing the amount of donations to charities, such as the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, another charity, Human Rights Initiative, and Coalition of Abolish Slavery and Trafficking. Um, okay, was this mine also?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I was like, did I make that picture? Okay, I got confused. Sorry. um, so we know that human trafficking is a multi-billion-dollar industry or organization that consists of women and children operating in sex trade, uh, forced labor, things. So we're looking to raise awareness to help with resources such as housing, counseling, essential needs, rehabilitation services to help the victims who have been rescued have a new start in life. We're looking to increase the donations as well to help with funding for things like task force that are needed to go in and stop and dismantle any human trafficking operations that are being operated in different cities, states, all throughout the country. Um, One of the strategies is testimonies, and testimony of a human trafficking survivor is one of the most impactful strategies. because with testimonies, you're able to get a real life experience of what a person has went through, how they became part of human trafficking, whether they were kidnapped, prostitution, um, and then just the different ways that they were affected physically, emotionally, their mental effects, and just how it's changed and affected their lives overall. So testimonies give a wide-eyed view of human trafficking, its operation, and what a person goes through. An example of a testimony, for instance, this was a high school girl just looking for friends, and she just joined some social media sites, dating sites, just looking to just find some kind of companionship, and came across someone who portrayed himself as a movie producer, wanted to do a documentary on the world of prostitution. And in her case, he befriended her, and then also had a female co-conspirator that he had with him that also introduced to this young girl, and they became friends with her, and eventually ended up talking her into signing a contract as if it was part of the documentary, and in reality, doing was pushing her out to be an escort. Eventually, ended up prostituting her out of hotels, and they did this with her all across different states for a little over 6 months, and she became a victim of human trafficking, blackmail, child pornography at the age of only 17. And eventually it came to where she couldn't take it anymore, and one day reached out to her mother, where a family friend escaped when she was left alone in a hotel when she was supposed to be waiting on a client to come by. But once she was rescued and got home, she was able to notify the authorities and give her story and testimony of what happened and what she went through. So the previous example is just a testimony of, what a 17-year-old girl went through and how she became a victim of child sex trafficking. I mean, it started with her just looking for friendship and companionship, and she was just manipulated and coerced into, doing something that she was promised would make her millions of dollars. And in the end, she ended up working as an escort and prostituting, and was not even able to keep any of the funds that she made for them. They were just utilizing her for that. So that's why testimonies are just very important, because everybody's testimony is going to be different. Everybody's stories are going to be different, but it does help to give us a different view of what's going on with the operations.
Thank you. Okay, so the second social strategy that we could use would be using social identity strategy to appeal to donors by first creating a sense of identity in our attempt to end human trafficking. This will increase the behavior of donations by trying this moral duty to help others to get to safety or bring awareness so that others don't get involved. We can use the social identities to encourage others to donate by aligning charity values, beliefs, and affiliations that donors already identify with. So essentially just reminding humans that, we are each other's keepers, we should help the people who are in danger of being human trafficked or are already victims of human trafficking. One way to promote social identity is to educate high school and college students about human trafficking and how close it actually is to our environments. We could find ways to relate the topic by educating them to protect themselves, their families, and their friends. We can bring awareness to this topic by having volunteer opportunities and cultivating a sense of belonging and community within the, the charities. Once community is established, donations would be encouraged to pay for awareness events and donation to charities. So one example would be I can vividly remember when I was in high school, um, we had a charity come in and talk to us about human trafficking, and it was quite shocking that a lot of the students actually didn't know what was human trafficking, and so much less understand that it was basically down the street from us. Like it's hard to see because I guess if you've never thought about it, you don't really see it, but once you know about it, you can see it everywhere. So it was one of those situations. Like my high school was literally one street over from 1960 in Houston, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with that area, but it's actually like one of the highest sex trafficking areas in our city. And a lot of us didn't know. So just by bringing awareness to situations like that, we can make a difference. And that would be a solid example to show within awareness activities. Okay. Um, to continue with social identity, the strategy would work because people are more inclined to donate to a cause and charity that they are a part of and are emotionally attached to. Much like the story that Ashley told us about, you know, um, it's like stories like that always trigger something in us because we can empathize with people in those situations. Additionally, building a sense of identity to a social cause can help develop the sense of moral duty as human beings to keep each other safe. We can highlight trafficking in the area and how they can make a direct contribution to the cause by joining and encouraging to donate.
It's mine. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. So I wrote about commitment and consistency. The overview of this strategy basically talks about how we support anti-trafficking charities regularly by using public platforms like social media to share pledges and show appreciations like that or profile recognition. I feel like social media will be a great platform for people to use to be able to like help with anti-trafficking since a lot of people have been using social media and it's very popular right now. Everybody's like on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. So I feel like this like will help create a voice out there instead of us like doing something like probably like post a paper or somewhere like that. So this is how the strategy will work. Individuals are most likely to follow through on public commitments since they want to stay consistent. It creates a psychological effect where donors feel accountable to themselves and to the community. So once they join this charity like platform for the social media and everything, they're gonna feel obligated to stay in it because they're part of it and they have a badge. So like them taking that batch away from like their Instagram and everything, people are gonna notice and be like, I thought you were working with them or something like that. The
Mm-hmm.
implement tools for this is pledge a campaign online and boost visibility with social media, sharing, and recognition. Commitment and consistency. We have the results and impact on the individual level. Donors develop a strong level of responsibility. Donors feel personally invested on it. So, like I said, them having that, they're gonna feel obligated and wanting to do something to help out and everything. The level of social society build a culture by giving normalization, charity giving, increase funding for parenting, survivor support, and anti-trafficking, impact on the long run. Charity resources are consistent when donors are engaged. It combines social proof and commitment to create a lasting social change. For the overview of our three strategies, we have social identity, testimonies, and commitment. For the social identity, we wanted to make sure that the donors feel like they belong and have a moral obligation. Also, the values that we have are like to believe and to align with anti-trafficking efforts and to also make people feel like they're part of the community and not just a regular donor being part of it. For testimony, we wanted to do humanize and personalize the issues by providing a first-hand account to show the real life trafficking impact to create emotional connection, motivate individuals to act by reinforcing moral responsibilities by giving a story wise of like something happening and people going through it so they can know that it is real and that a lot of people go through it but they don't really share their stories. And then commitment, engage donors long term by leveraging public pledge, aligns public actions with personal values to encourage consistency, strengthen emotional connection, and urgency.
The impact of all three strategies combined, multi-level approach, emotional, moral, and social engagement, and maximize through the strategies. Belonging and motivation are fueled by social identity. Testimonials make the cause more tangible and deepen emotional investments. Long-term support and alignment are ensured by public commitment. Self-reinforcing cycle. As each strategy builds on another, donation, volunteerism, and advocacy increase. Combining them is more powerful than using them separately. Effectiveness. This integrated approach inspires active engagements, builds a supportive community to make a difference. Social behavior changes results. So on a personal level, these strategies help us build empathy, responsibility, and a stronger sense of connection to charities. It educates and inspires people to become advocates. Increasing social level increases funding for prevention, rehabilitation, and awareness, reduces human trafficking incidents through education and actions, builds a compassionate justice and community responsibility into the cultures. Can somebody read the Christian perspectives?
Yeah, I'll read it. So, for Christian perception in alignment with spiritual values, demonstrate compassion and service, and then also advance the moral imperative to care for the vulnerable. And then social behavior to change, increase donation and support for human trafficking charities. And how we would encourage to do it is by encouraging people to make public pledge to donate, reinforce consistency with public visibility and knowledge. And this will be all about build the donor base on the loyal, independent, and development strong term anti-trafficking support and personal accountability.
Any last thoughts or comments? No? Okay, I'm gonna end our recording. Where do we, okay. Oh wait. I didn't end the recording.